10 hours or what. All right, we are back again. Now, missed my video this past Sunday. I wrote all day and I don't know. I thought myself out of doing it. So I didn't release a video. So this video is gonna be a version of that, bit of a ramble, and a little bit of a movie review. This past weekend, I went and saw a movie that came out Friday. I went and saw Weapons with my wife, and I thought it was a really interesting movie. I thought it was a good movie. It was a fun movie. We almost didn't go and see it. There was 3 movies we were to see. It was gonna be Freakier Friday, Weapons, or Naked Gun. Watched the thing for Freakier Friday. I think that's a watch at home personally. I think it's just another one of those, hey, remember Freaky Friday? That was so fun and good, right? You should go see this one. It's freakier and it's Friday-ier. It's so good. Yeah, so nonetheless, didn't go see that. The other one, Naked Gun. I've heard good things about it. I've heard that it really taps into the old slapsticky type comedy, which was almost off-putting for me when I was watching the preview, because like Liam Neeson is like being a real serious guy, and you're so used, like he's been typecasted as that serious guy, and you know, like Taken and a million other B movies, straight to video, Taken adjacent movies that he did. So to see Liam Neeson, this typecasted guy now, go and play this like goofy guy trying to deliver these goofy bits, at least in the previews, was not, it was not happening for me. So didn't see Naked Gun. So all that to say, of the 3 movies, we went and saw Weapons. So Weapons is like a horror. I would consider it more like a thriller, suspense. I would even dub it like a fairy tale, like a modern day fairy tale, a cautionary tale almost. Now it's gotten relatively good reviews, but before we went and saw it, there was some reviews that were saying it wasn't good because it didn't meet expectations and it fell flat. Falling flat, that's a reasonable thing, I think, review, but it didn't meet my expectations. That's a stupid review. Yeah, so I just want to give my review of the movie. I thought it was, like I said, I thought it was a fun movie. I thought it was like a modern day, like fairy tale almost. If you watch just the preview, I think you will go to the movie and be a little confused at the type of movie. The preview definitely makes it seem like this crazy, a little mysterious, you know, with the little kids doing the narration of how things came to be the way they are to start out this story. So you have this mysterious element, and then the rest of the preview is a lot of action, like zombie almost looking action, like, you know, these mindless looking people breaking through windows, bloody faces, chasing people. So it gives you the impression that it is some sort of zombie movie. It is not. It is far from that. If you watch the preview, you saw 90% of the action that happens in the movie. And that's not a bad thing. I think the rest of the movie is like just an absolute edge fest. And it just builds tension. It has a lot of interesting social commentary. Weapons, the title, they very explicitly address it in the movie. I don't know, it's just this interesting idea about how we culturally, societally, how we can weaponize, how we can become weaponized, how we scapegoat each other. I don't know, it's just really interesting. And, you know, I think it was, once again, a little overt. There's this moment where Josh Brolin's character has this kind of surrealistic, like Lynchian dream, and all these kids that went missing. In his dream, Josh Brolin comes to the house where the kids end up being, and there's this AR-15, like an assault rifle, that appears over the building with the time that the kids went missing on the rifle. So kind of just like a blatant, like, this was the hour in which they're weaponized in this town, I guess. But, you know, it made me think, AR-15, you know, I'm an American, I'm in America, school shootings are just fucking commonplace these days. So that's immediately where my thought jumped. So what are those connections? I don't know necessarily, but like I said, I think just the general idea of us as things happen, things that we can't explain in the world, and things that make us scared. We can be rash, and we can do things maybe we wouldn't normally do. We become weaponized, and, you know, politicians, they'll weaponize children, they'll weaponize different demographics, you know, or that's how I interpret it. Like this movie really it covers a cop, it covers a junkie, it covers a dad, it covers a teacher, and it covers a bunch of children going mysteriously missing, and the outrage and fear in a community that causes. So, Weapons, very good movie. So, but getting back to the reason I didn't put this out initially, I was thinking all day about, like, initial reactions to a few movies I've seen recently. So Weapons obviously is one. 28 years later, and the other one was Eddington, another Ari Aster movie. All of these movies, I think, got okay reviews, but I think got mixed reviews too. And for me, and the nature of the mixed reviews kind of commentates, like, on the less straightforward qualities of these movies. And for me, I feel like that speaks to our current, like, media scape and what has happened, like, over the past, you know, couple decades. You know, I'm not trying to be like a hater on, like, Marvel and Disney and stuff, but, like, the Disneyfication and the Marvelification, like, the point of the thing is for the next thing, and what's really excited about the next thing is that it's gonna be to the next thing. You know what's really exciting about that is that they're all connected. Oh, it's so cool. And Star Wars, yeah, there's a new Star Wars, and guess what? It's gonna have Chewbacca. Remember Chewbacca? Oh, it's so good. But no, it's just not. Like, I don't know. And don't get me wrong, I love Star Wars. I'm a huge fan of Star Wars. But, you know, Star Wars, they were interesting back in the day because, like, they were telling narratively interesting stories, which, you know, shows like Andor, I think, is really interesting because, you know, obviously it takes the universe of Star Wars and it focuses on, like, the everyman. The lowly person, the everyday person that has to live under the oppression of the Empire, who is nervous about associating with the rebellion. That's interesting. That is art. That speaks. That is using this fantastical things to say something. And I think that's an important part of art. You know. But, you know, back to like, I guess the Disneyfication, the Marvelification, like storytelling has gotten, I think, a little lazy and too straightforward in a lot of ways. I think that the reaction to movies like Weapons of being like, oh, it fell flat, or it wasn't what I expected, like, it speaks a lot to our current culture and people's perception of media, how they like to receive media, the type of media they like to receive. It commentates on the mentality and like our current media culture and the current movie watcher, I guess, and what they desire out of a movie, what they think is good in a movie. Now I'm not trying to say like everybody's like stupid and they just don't get movies, but like, you know, we have these movies that are showing you these stories, you know, in linear, non-linear ways, maybe some allegorical qualities to it, and I want to say people have a problem with that, but people don't like it, kind of. And I think that's a bummer. I mean, growing up, like reading and like, I don't know, like history and like ancient things and reading and like understanding a bunch of different things to be able to understand another thing, that was just like a thing you did, you know. And I don't know, there's nothing wrong with just like straightforward movies and stuff. It's just fucking boring, I guess, is all I'm saying. And I think that Disneyfication, that Marvelification, that just fluffy action movies, straightforward stories, black and white ethics or thought processes. I don't know. Yeah, all that to say, I don't know. If you were maybe dissuaded from seeing any of these movies for reviews saying that, you know, it was weird, it wasn't as good as you know, 28 years later, it wasn't as good as 28 weeks or 28 days. It wasn't as cool, wasn't as actiony. There was like all these weird little things in there. Eddington, it's like, oh, did you even make a movie? Like, oh, you just retold COVID and it was stupid and I hated it. Weapons wasn't a zombie movie, so it didn't meet my expectations quite, and I didn't get it, so it wasn't a good movie. And obviously, like, I'm I don't want to say belittling. I'm straw manning the anti reviews, you know. But yeah, let's let's make movies great again. I don't know. I think we should strive to say something in our art, you know, and with our movies. You know, I certainly don't want to spend any money going to see a movie and just going to see some shitty, lame ass thing, which has happened plenty of times. But all that to say, Weapons, excellent movie. That's obviously the movie I've been focusing primarily. Go see it. Go with no expectations. Just go see the movie. Go see the movie expecting to have a thoughtful experience. Go see the movie expecting to be, you're gonna feel a little uncomfortable in the movie, I think. I don't know, it was an uncomfortable movie in a lot of ways, and it was good. It was excellent, great movie. The other two movies I mentioned, 28 Years Later, Eddington, both really good movies. 28 Years was definitely at the top for me. Eddington beautifully encapsulates COVID and that whole experience, at least, you know, from the American perspective. I don't live in a little small town like it depicted, but it I don't know, it just captured all the beats of COVID in just a delightfully tense way. Acting was great. What movie am I even reviewing at this point? Tyler, I thought this was a fucking hobby channel. It is a hobby channel. Bud, thanks for reminding me. Sorry, I'm getting aggressive for no reason. I feel like now I'm trying to perform. I'm a little monkey. All the movie shenanigans aside, I have been hobbying my little heart out. I don't know, it's been a weird, actually. Like, I've been getting a lot of stuff hobby-wise done. I've had a big time drop in my desire to play. But while I don't really desire to play, I do desire to paint the shit out of these little miniatures. So I got my robot legions here. I've got a squad of warriors. I got my robot walker. I got the leader, and I got the snakes. Done. The only one I need to finish now is I have one painted already, but I have 9 more of these little flesh eater fellas. So I don't remember what the Necron equivalent name was, but yeah. Gotta finish them up, and then I will be done with my current selection of the robot legions. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. Gonna be getting them finished up, gonna get them played in some OPR, probably just some little one-off games. And speaking of one-page rules, my buddy and I were talking about doing a bug invasion. If you haven't heard of OPR, it's a really simple rule set, and it's really a lot of fun to play, and they have a great army builder, and they also have a bunch of factions that pretty much mirror all the 40k AOS old world factions that there are. So if you have all these GW goodies on hand already, you're ready to play one-page rules. It's a very simple system to pick up. That said, my buddy and I, what we've been talking about is doing like an alien invasion type thing. I got my trench terrain, I've got my Tyrannid terrain that I made, and then I have 2,000 points of Tyrannids, which in one-page rules is probably like 5,000 points. But what we're gonna do, we have another friend who is a big Primaris boy. He loves his Primaris Marines. So he's gonna be the Primaris Junkie Boy, which in one-page rules, of course, they have wonderful rules, and they kill everything on a 2-up, and it's stupid. So we'll probably give them like some gimped rules, and then I'm gonna be playing the alien invasion force. So we're gonna clash Marines against just wave after wave of aliens. We're gonna do some special rules, you know, like maybe like an alien unit dies, a Tyrannid unit dies. We'll roll a die for the amount of units that were, so it's a squad of Termagants. Termagants, the unit's wiped. We're gonna roll 10 dice because there's 10 Termagants in a squad. On 4-ups, they come back on a table edge. You roll for we'll do a directional dice for the table edge. We'll roll for how many inches away from that table edge, and we'll keep respawning bugs. And the goal is to be alive as the primary Space Marine player at the end of, I guess, round 4. So, doing that, just a random aside from my robots. So yeah, that's gonna be some good, fun gaming action to look forward to. I've been thinking about doing like battle reports. Maybe that'll be the catalyst to start me out, you know. Just walk through, do some sort of fun like alien invasion battle report. But apart from one-page rules, we are doing some of the official rule sets. My buddy and I, we always watch Eons of Battle. Mr. J from Eons of Battle, he's always fucking raving about Spearhead, the AOS Age of Sigmar Spearhead. You know, like the combat patrol, smaller, not skirmish quite, but you know, smaller army size game. So we're gonna be playing Spearhead. I already had a ton of Stormcast, half painted, some unbuilt. I bought Dominion a couple years ago because it was like super cheap on eBay, and with the exception of the Stormcast Chariot, I had all of the units for the Stormcast Eternal Spearhead. So I am in the process of getting them all built and painted. They're actually all built, based, and all that jazz. So I just gotta paint them. Got 4 more of the swordsmen, the banner bearer, Yandrasta, the celestial spear, and then the 3 annihilators. So I'm stoked. It was fun to like, oh, I get new stuff, you know, from my collection that I bought and forgot, and yeah. all that to say, we're gonna be starting Spearhead. But yeah, watching movies, fucking hobbying, struggling to make these videos from time to time. Yeah, there's a lot of things in that regard. I was talking to one of the persons on my Patreon, Mr. Patty Mick. He was sharing some videos of some other hobby YouTubers that are kind of in the same like struggle space of creating content, and I don't know, it's a weird time. It's a strange thing to do in general, you know, especially like this day and age when there's so much like monetary stuff, and like so much, there's like a whole playing field that's set forth, but I feel like that is also crumbling. But but we could still play and do stuff. So in this YouTube realm, and I feel like I'm in there somewhere. But hey, it doesn't matter. All I'm trying to do at the end of the day is, you know, just hobby and share my hobby and get my hobby stuff done, and inspire others to do hobby stuff. Maybe talk to others about it. I want to share ideas. I want to think about ideas. I don't know. I think we do too much consumption and not enough thinking these days. Which maybe that's the theme of this episode. You know, I'm talking about these movies that I think are misconstrued and not what I expected. You know, but I don't know. I just think we need to be a little more thoughtful in our consumption. Whether it's films, whether it's our hobby, we're living in a wild, consumptive world. And I'm so goddamn good at consuming. But hey, I think that's gonna be it for me for now. I don't wanna just rattle on for forever and ever. But let me know, what did you think about Weapons? Have you seen it? Have you not seen it? Maybe you didn't want to go see it because you read a review that said it wasn't meeting my expectations, it fell flat, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Maybe you read that review and you decided not to. Well, I encourage you to go see the movie and give it a shot. Just think about it. It's a good movie. It's a fun movie at the very least. Go watch it with no expectations. How about that? And you might enjoy it. And that goes for all those other movies I mentioned as well. 28 years later, I've only seen it once. I can't stop thinking about it. Been raving about it. I love it. Eddington, I thought that was just a wonderful movie. All these movies, relatively good acting. 28 Years actually is probably the one with the worst acting. But all the other movies, wonderful acting, interesting stories, stories that make you think, elements that make you think. I think that's, for me, that's good art. I think things that make us think, let's think more. Make thinking great again. But yeah, if you enjoy this video, be sure to give it a like. You got something to say, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the movies. Let me know what you're doing in your hobby. Let me know if you're doing one-page rules or Spearhead. If you are doing Spearhead, let me know some pitfalls. I don't know. Like I said, I've only heard the raving, wonderful reviews of Mr. J from Eons of Battle, telling us how good it is. So tell me about Spearhead if you know about it. And as always, of course, if you enjoyed this video, if you've enjoyed others that I've put out as well, and you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. I try to put out a video like every other week or so. Occasionally I miss it, you know, whether it's something going on in my life or just, ultimately it's something going on in my life which is gonna make me miss a video. But yeah, I try to put them out a couple times a week. But yeah, if you liked the video, give it a like. Got something to say, comment. Yeah, you want to keep picking up what I'm putting down, subscribe. So, but as always, I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week. We'll see you next time. Peace. August 18, 2025. Here are 7 dice. Today's numbers are on the D20, 8. On the D12, 8. On the D10, 1. On the percentage die, 30. On the D8, 4. On the D6, 1. And on the D4, 2. Those are today's numbers. All right, we are back again. And this week, I think we need to become more thoughtful. I talk funny sometimes. Enough horsing around.